What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to Sportskeeda MMA News. Joe Rogan's friend weighed in on the Johnny Depp-Amber Heard saga, to which Elon Musk responded. Paulo Costa demands public apology for misleading physical assault charges. Fedor Emelianenko shuts down talk around a possible fight with Junior dos Santos. Kamaru Usman hilariously reacts to Jon Jones's late-night Twitter rant. Michael Bisping believes he's identified the game plan of challenger Taila Santos ahead of her women's flyweight title fight against Valentina Shevchenko. And what is it? Find out on this edition of Sportskeeda MMA News. If you see any of your favorite fighters mentioned in today's video, make sure to blast that like button. The Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial has seen so many conversations revolve around it in recent times, with a number of people sharing their 2 cents on the subject. Joe Rogan's friend and podcast guest Lex Fridman was the latest in line to weigh in on the public saga. The Russian-American computer scientist took to Twitter to write that fame can be a dangerous drug for some people and love can be messy. The 35-year-old wrote, "My takeaways from Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial. Number 1, fame is one hell of a drug for some. 2, psychiatrists and lawyers come in drastically varying levels of skill. 3, lying to millions of people is something humans are capable of. 4, love can be messy. And 5, mega pint of wine." This induced a conversation with Amber Heard's ex-boyfriend and Tesla Motors CEO Elon Musk, who wished for both actors to move on after this. At Lex Fridman, I hope they both move on. At their best, they are each incredible. Fridman has also expressed his wish of seeing the former Pirates of the Caribbean star on Joe Rogan's podcast, citing that this would highlight his personality a bit more. The 35-year-old has been a regular himself on the popular American podcast after he initially invited the UFC color commentator to his show on AI and machine learning. As a token of their friendship, the American podcaster also gave his favorite moonwatch to the 35-year-old in an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience. Which side were you on during the trial? UFC middleweight contender Paulo Costa got caught in the midst of a deep controversy after being alleged to have elbowed a nurse at a vaccination clinic in Brazil while attempting to secure a vaccine card to prove his immunization against COVID-19. Refuting this allegation, Costa put out a video on his Instagram account stating his side of the story and demanded a public apology from the said victim. In the video, Costa shared images of his victim's injuries that were taken by members of law enforcement only a couple of hours removed from the incident. However, the images showed no signs of damage, stress, or injuries. Costa pled his innocence, highlighting the absence of physical evidence. Here's what he said in the video. "I'm here just to say for everyone that never happened, and I will show you guys why. I have a proof of that. Any form of violence against women is unacceptable. As a result of misleading imputations simply serve to discredit and hide the actual battle against women's violence. We know this kind of false allegation is very serious, so I really hope this woman decides to make her public apologies, or else legal actions may be necessary, unfortunately." This is the second time that Borichincha has had to defend himself on social media, as he had also released a written statement discussing the details of the case previously on his Instagram account. Paulo Costa is currently on a collision course with former champion Luke Rockhold. The duo were initially slated to lock horns at UFC 277 in Dallas at the end of July, but the bout has now moved to August. What do you make of Paulo Costa's comments? Let us know and stand a chance to be featured on the page. Eagle FC owner and former UFC lightweight champion Khabib Nurmagomedov recently expressed interest in a cross-promotion fight between Fedor Emelianenko and Junior dos Santos, but after the latter injured his shoulder on his debut against Yorgan De Castro. Emelianenko ruled out the possibility of the bout while also speaking for Bellator CEO Scott Coker. In an interview with Russian media outlet Oko, the last emperor stated that Dos Santos' result against De Castro has taken the appeal away from a potential matchup between himself and the Brazilian. A meeting was planned with Scott Coker, but as I understand it, Scott and I are not interested in this fight with Junior dos Santos. First of all, because of the defeat of the latter, Dos Santos. However, Khabib Nurmagomedov hasn't doused out the fire of a potential matchup between the two. According to the former UFC superstar, Cigano looked great in the bout up until his injury, and that should be taken into consideration. This is what the Eagle said in the aftermath of Dos Santos' loss.
I think it's still viable because even it's lost, but Junior look amazing. Everybody said tonight like he improved a lot, and he was looking like amazing, and I think it's still interesting.
The Last Emperor or Cigano? Which side will you be on in this potential fight? It's no secret that MMA legend Jon Jones has gone on a few Twitter rants in the past, and now he's done it again. The former UFC lightweight champion put MMA's Twitter universe on red alert as he posted a series of seemingly harmless-looking tweets, which mostly summed up his respect and gratitude for his fans. UFC welterweight champion and current number 1 ranked pound-for-pound UFC fighter Kamaru Usman subsequently took to his Twitter account and jokingly responded to Jones. Usman posted a tweet whereby he indicated that Bones was indeed talking about him, replying to a tweet wherein Jones said, "I freaking love you." Usman tweeted, "Thanks, my man." The last time Jones was inside the octagon, he defended the UFC light heavyweight title by beating Dominic Reyes by unanimous decision at UFC 247 in February 2020. He then vacated his title the same year and confirmed that he would like to pursue a move up to the UFC heavyweight division. In late 2021, Kamaru Usman notably dethroned Jon Jones as the UFC's top pound-for-pound fighter. Speaking to the Schmo, Usman later addressed the accomplishment and revealed that he's always believed that he's the number 1 pound-for-pound UFC fighter. The Nigerian Nightmare stated,
"I've always felt like that, I've always performed like that, I've always trained like that. And, I guess it's, better late than never for everyone to realize that."
Usman's last fight was a rematch against Colby Covington at UFC 268, successfully defending his welterweight title for a second time against Chaos. Since then, Usman has been recovering from hand injury issues, but it looks like he's recently stepped up the intensity of his training, which has led to speculations surrounding a quick return to action for the UFC welterweight kingpin. Which UFC fighter would you like Usman to take on next? While you're still here, subscribe to Sportskeeda MMA and hit that bell. UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping believes he's identified the game plan of challenger Taila Santos ahead of her women's flyweight title fight against Valentina Shevchenko. Santos had previously stated that she plans to play to her strengths against Valentina Shevchenko, adding that she will be using jiu-jitsu to take advantage of Shevchenko's weaknesses. But the former middleweight champion Michael Bisping feels that the flyweight title challenger's words are nothing but a part of a plot to try and trick Bullet. Speaking on BT Sports UFC 275 preview show, here's what Bisping had to say.
Santos, I think she's thrown a little red herring out there. She's went out there and publicly said, "I'm going to use my jiu-jitsu. I'm going to take Valentina down. That's how I win this fight. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to make you think that I'm going to shoot for a double leg and then I'm going to come over the top with the right hand." That is exactly what Taila Santos is doing right here, because that's going to be the plan. She's going to go out there and try and stand toe-to-toe with Valentina Shevchenko. Listen, everybody gets beat sometime.
Since her debut in 2015, Valentina Shevchenko has enjoyed an 11-2 record in the organization, with both her losses coming against Amanda Nunes. Taila Santos, meanwhile, is on a 4-fight winning streak and is coming off of a first-round rear naked choke victory over JoJo Wood, which earned her a Performance of the Night bonus and her first title shot. The Brazilian has only lost 1 fight in her MMA career, which was only her second fight in the UFC. That loss is her only blemish on what is an otherwise very impressive 19-1 record. The two women will go head-to-head for the first time this weekend on a stacked UFC 275 card that will be headlined by a light heavyweight title fight between Glover Teixeira and challenger Yuri Prochazka. Will Taila Santos continue her streak and win the coveted prize? That about does it for Sportskeeda MMA news. Here are some of the best comments. Tony out there like he's top 3 or something. Lol, Valentina is probably the most complete fighter in UFC, and that includes men and women. Hamzat would retire Street Judas. If you like this video, please like, comment and share. Your comments could be featured in the next Sportskeeda MMA news video. We always deliver daily content, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything going on in the MMA world. For updates, quotes and exclusive interviews from all your favorite fighters, follow Sportskeeda MMA on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for tuning in.